I know. Okay, so you believe that the world isn't fair. You believe you can't count on other people. You believe the world is a dangerous place. Einstein, in his brilliance, made a statement. He says, if you believe, or do you believe, that this world that we live is a hostile, or is it a loving environment? You just said it's a dangerous place. Now, as long as you carry that belief, you're putting that vibration out to the universe that is going to find other vibrations and come back and show you proof of that. You're the same way in terms of the world not being fair. Let's go to a biblical perspective for a second. Biblically, it says God reigns on the just as well as the unjust. Right? But it's also done unto you as you believe. So if that's what you believe, that's what's going to show up in your experience. You can't depend on people. Well, it just depends on the people that you're depending upon. Because like attracts like. And you draw people into your experience that are like you. So the question is, are you dependable? You feel me? So what we're saying here is that we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So if you take a step back and really evaluate yourself, what is your predominant thinking? What is your, like on a computer, they can find out what you did on your computer at home because everybody has an IP address. You've heard that before? Well, your thinking is also an IP address because your neck-top computer, your brain, you understand what I'm saying, has an IP address. And is it stuck on stupid? Is it stuck on anger? Is it stuck on negativity and frustration? Is it stuck on pain and anxiety? Is that your IP address? You feel what I'm saying? And until you shift it, you will continue to draw the email, all the drama, all the dogma into your experience based upon what you are putting out there. Remember, we live in a vibrational universe. What we put out is coming back to us. It's going to be magnified and mirrored back to us. Does that make sense? So if you just kind of take a step back and say, you know what? How do I want to process this? Now roll with me for a second. God reigns on the just as well as the unjust. He is not a respecter of persons. You probably heard those scriptures before. So, and it is done unto you as you believe. So what does that say? What does that tell you? It's like gravity. It doesn't care if you're a fat man or a skinny man, whether you're a black one or a white one, whether you are 50 pounds or 250 pounds. If you jump off the building, gravity is going to bring you down. It's just the way it works. So if it's done unto you as you believe, what are you believing about you? We're talking about core beliefs here. What are your core beliefs about you? Many of us believe in the religious dogma that you've been taught, but what I just laid out for you clearly says it's done unto you as you believe. So what are you believing about you that can keep you in poverty? What are you believing about you that keeps you feeling less than and not enough? What is it about you believing that I'm a good person, but life is still raining on me? It's done unto you as you believe. So if you don't change the way you're thinking, if you don't change your belief system, and what is a belief? A belief is simply a thought that you've thought long enough that you've accepted it as a truth. That's all it is. It's a practice vibration. And you practice it so long, it's very much like being in a bad mood, and you carry the bad mood so long until it's become your disposition. You've carried that disposition so long until it becomes your countenance and it becomes the way you are. That's why many of these young males running around the street today have anger issues, because they don't know how to express any other emotion other than hurt, and they hurt it through anger. You understand? Hurt turns to anger, anger turns to rage, and rage is being unleashed upon society. But it's become their whole countenance, so they just walk around pissed off. Walking around, what's up? What's up? What you looking at? What you looking at me for? Man, people looking at their lives, losing their lives because of dogma or being mad dogged in terms of a conversation or someone just looking at you. But you've been carrying this mentality for so long, it's become your IP address, if you would, and you're receiving all the email, you're receiving all the bull, all the drama, and all the negativity in your email box. And you say, well, wow, I didn't give out that email address. But you did. So you get all this junk mail in your computer, in your neck-top computer. Share your thoughts. What are you thinking? You think?
I like your explanation of like the other people. Like, oh, you think like that everybody always lets you down, but like maybe you let everybody else down. So like you're attracting people that also let people down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how life is unfair because you're only attracting the unfairness or what you deem as unfair
Into your experience. So what can you do about it? What can you do to change?
Not think those things. Believe in something more positive so that you can bring more positive to you.
I like that. But you first start off with not doing something.
Yeah, don't.
See, you don't want to start with the nots. You want to start with what you want instead. You understand? Because the nots it's just like it's like I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be broke. But what are you really saying? Be broke. You know what I'm saying? The universe ain't here and you don't want to be broke. It just says be broke. So what you should be saying is like, I want to have money. I'm gonna have money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have plenty of money. In fact, money comes to me quickly and easily from multiple sources in increasing amounts on a continuous basis. You know, that's my self-talk, right? That's my internal dialogue, right? But again, it's all perspective. See, we're at the top of the food chain. We have the ability to protect ourselves anywhere on the planet except one place. You have any idea what that place is? Where that place is?
Antarctica.
So what?
Antarctica.
No, it's that space between your own two ears.
Oh, your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. What you see here standing before you, holding a conversation with you, is just my avatar. This is my space suit. And I have a computer that sits on top of my shoulders. I call it my neck-top computer. But who I am, I'm the ghost in the machine. I'm the spiritual being in the machine directing this brain, directing this body. I am holding the executive function of this being. And what I mean by that is, tell you what happened to me today. My brain left without me today. I got dressed, got in the car, I'm looking good, I'm feeling good, I'm smelling good, got in my car, made a left turn to get onto the main fairway, and my brain went right. My brain went to thinking about a month from now. Because I'm gonna take a trip in the next couple of days, but my brain was already on coming back from the trip. I ain't even left yet, today is Monday. But my brain took a right turn. And when it took the right turn, I became aware of it immediately because I felt anxiety. Like I said, I come outside, a beautiful day, I'm looking good, smelling good, feeling good, and suddenly I just had this funky feeling. And it was anxiety because I had gone and done some time travel. My brain had gone into the future, creating some problems that don't even apply, may not or may not ever occur. And how did I'm grateful because I had the presence of mind to notice that my feeling was different. My whole vibe changed. And I brought myself back. I had a buzzword. My buzzword was perfection. So I started saying perfection. Perfection. My life is perfect. Today is a perfect day. And it shifted my consciousness. Suddenly I became aware. I said, wow, I did a split, The brain went off and did what it does. See, it's like the Serengeti. You got a gazelle and a zebra out on the Serengeti, and a lion shows up, right? And so when the lion shows up, everybody takes off and they run. But as soon as the lion is out of view, they go right back to eating. Well, the human brain doesn't do that. See, once it sees the lion, that danger is ever present. And we're looking for it behind everywhere. This is the first rattle of a bush. We're looking for that danger. Well, that's what the brain did, and that's what my brain did this morning. It went right into the future, trying to solve a problem a month away, and today is just Monday. Changed my whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? Had me feeling kind of funky, you know what I mean? And I love feeling delicious, you know what I'm saying? That's my state of mind. And my deliciousness had dissipated. And I'm like, ooh, this ain't cool. Let me check myself before I wreck myself, right? But the beauty of it is that I was aware. Now, here's the point I'm trying to drive home to you. We're on a planet with 750 billion people. And most of them don't even have the level of awareness that I live with today and that I share with you, right? So they're a bunch of biological robots on the planet. And like you say, the world could be a dangerous place. It would be dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Interacting with folks like that are somewhere else. Think about it if a doctor was doing surgery on you, thinking about what he gonna do when he get home. It's kind of spooky, right? Right? An author by the name of Eckhart Tolle wrote a book called The Power of Now. Talked about the mental loop that we go through every single day. We leave the present, go into the future, come back to the present, we go into the past, and we do this mental loop every day because we have this insatiable need to go into our future and do this time travel rather than being present in the moment where our, our power of creation and creativity is right here, right now. Right here, right now, we don't have a worry, we don't have a fear, we don't have an anxiety because we're here, we're digging each other, we're communicating, right? Because right now, what we are thinking in this moment, what we're feeling at this moment is something that we are creating for our future because what we think about today, we live tomorrow. It's basically the premise, right? But when we go into the future, oh my God, I gotta take care of this, I gotta do that, I gotta. So how many of you are really here listening to me and how many of you are really already outside the door dreading the next class you gotta go to, right? So we do it, we do this mental loop. So the question is, who's in charge? Is it your brain, which is just this neck-top computer, or is it your spiritual self, your inner being, the part of you that enjoys life and enjoys the connection with its source, enjoys the connection of joy, because when you feel good, you feel God, right? So you enjoy that connection between your inner being and your source, and you feel peace, and you feel love, and you feel good, right? And all that can only happen now, in the now, not in your future, not in your past. In your future, there's fear, worry, anxiety, that you can also be placing an order to the universe. Every time you're fearful and you worry about some stuff, you're like placing an order. You just stepped in a restaurant and you asked the waitress, actually, what are you having today? And I'm having a worry about this, I'm having a worry about this, I'm having an anxiety about this, and I'm having trouble about this, and you're just placing that order to the universe. Rather than saying, again, we often say, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? Why not say, wouldn't it be nice if it happened like this? Wouldn't it be nice if it happened like that? Just that little tweak, just that little shift in your thinking. It's kind of interesting, right? Because, again, where is it taking place? You can protect yourself everywhere else on the planet, except this one little itty-bitty space. It's because we are not practicing the presence, practicing being in the present moment, enjoying this moment. But when I thought about it and brought myself from like a month in advance into the rest of the day, I started thinking like, wow, this is a nice ride. I'm fortunate to drive this nice hoopty. The seats are caressing my body. I cut off the air conditioner to feel the breeze of the air blowing on me. And I'm saying, I'm getting ready to go and rap to these young people today. And they're brilliant. And we're just going to have this delicious exchange, right? My whole vibe changed, right? You can see it on my face, right? Yeah. So let me share something else with you.